go. Right, let's get ourselves warmed up on this chilly morning. Hi, Wallace. It's a bit cold, isn't it? Welcome to our lunchtime triple HiiT session. We've got HiiT yoga today. Let's just start off by warming up the legs, pushing the knees up. And as always, make sure you have a safe space to work in, non-slip surface. And make sure you're fit and well. If you've got any injuries, illnesses, or any other reason why you shouldn't be exercising, then please don't. And let's just start to circle, just make a big circle with one leg. So you're kind of circling into the hips. Just swinging that leg round. And then let's bring the knee up and round if you can. It's a bit of a balance as well. Just making a big circle with the knee. And while you're doing this, start to connect in with the breath. So just noticing the breath coming in and out. We're trying to breathe through our nose. And let's just bring the feet wide and twist the waist. Swinging the arms, keeping the feet grounded on the floor. So yeah, just noticing the breath coming in and out through the nose. And trying to connect that down into the core as well, breathing from the belly while you're moving. So lots to think about. Let's just roll the shoulders, so big shoulder rolls. Just really feel into it. So again, not just connecting with the breath, but connecting with the body and trying to really feel what's going on. Okay. So let's just bring the arms up, reach up, stretch, and then just hold on to one wrist and pull yourself across. Getting a lovely stretch down the side of the body. And then back to the middle and over to the other side. Again, stretching under the arm and down into the waist. And again, rolling the shoulders. And then let's just bring our hands onto our hips and make some big hip circles. Big circles through the hips. And again, just really feel into that. Keep the feet nice and grounded. And just feel into the movement of the hips. So try not to move from the shoulders, try and move from the hips. Back round the other way. And let's just bring the feet and the knees together, circling through the knees. Warming up into the knee joints and back in the other direction. And let's just start to lift the heels. So keeping the balls of the feet down, just lifting alternate heels. You can circle through the shoulders as well if you like. Just imagine you're on like a kind of stepper. So rising up onto the ball of one foot, pushing down with the heel of the other. And you start to feel that in the thighs a bit as well. And again, still trying to connect in with the breath. Still trying to think about core engagement. So just feeling those deep core muscles start to activate as you draw the belly button back towards the spine. Good. Okay, and then let's just take that into a nice gentle jog on the spot. Moving the arms as well. Get a bit of arm action going on. And just feel the heart rate start to pick up a bit. Okay, good. Right, so let's crack on with our intervals for today. So we're going to start with a punch twist, okay? So we are clenching the fists. We're bringing the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And we're just going to kind of bend the knees. It's not a full squat. It's just a bend at the knees and then twist and punch up, kind of like towards the corner of the room, or yeah. So you're going slightly up on the diagonal, keeping the knees nice and soft, and just twisting up into your punch. So the idea is that you're keeping your arms nice and strong with a big, strong clench in the fist, but just being really careful that you don't over punch. You don't want to throw your arm too far, just keeping that nice soft elbow. So protecting the joints. Okay, we're going to do 4 of those for 30 seconds with a short rest in between. Everyone good with that? Yep, excellent. Right, let's go. So feet wide, fists clenched, knees nice and soft. Let's go. So make sure you get that little kind of bounce in between your punches. Like I said, you don't have to squat right down, although you can if you want. If you want to make it even harder on the legs. And just being really mindful of elbows and shoulders as you twist into your punch. Reaching across and up, keeping the fists tightly clenched. And rest. That went quick. Time flies when you're having fun. You just stretch out the arms if you want. Or keep the legs moving. Take some nice deep breaths. So remember, we're trying to slow our breathing down as much as possible in the rest period. Right, let's go for round 2. Clench those fists. And let's go. Good, so reaching up with the arm, keeping the fist clenched tightly. Try and feel a twist through the torso as well. We're nearly there. 3 seconds. And rest. Good. So again, stretch out those arms. Just keeping the legs moving. And let's get some nice fresh oxygen into our lungs. Okay, get ready to go again. Round 3, feet wide. Knees soft, fist clenched. And let's go. So if you want to take it a bit deeper in the legs, then do so. Just make sure you're pushing your hips all the way back so that your knees are above your ankles and not too far forwards. Good. Nice strong clench. And rest. Okay, we've got 1 more to go. Again, just take some deep breaths. Maybe roll through the hips again as we're waiting for our final round. And we're going to go again in just over 5 seconds. So try and relax the shoulders down. Let's clench, let's go. Remember to get that little mini squat in between, bending the knees, because then you get a bit more power in your punch. Good, keep going, we are nearly there. 3 seconds. Rest. Okay. So take a short break, have some water if you wish. And just recover the breathing. And we shall move on to our second exercise. Okay, so second one, well, I'm calling this zigzag jacks. Okay, so it's a bit like jumping jacks, but we're gonna, I'll show you. It's much easier for me to just do it than try and explain. So I'm crossing my arms, and I'm also, can you see I'm crossing my feet as well as I jump. Now there are options. So a lower impact version, hang on, so arms out, legs wide, step, open, step, open. So try this one, crossing the arms and just changing the direction of the cross, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. And then just stepping out and in. And then of course it's a jumping version. So crossing the legs, and again alternating which leg comes in front. Everyone good with that one? Give me some thumbs. Excellent. Right, let's do it. I'll start off with the low impact, but you choose which one you want to do. So feet wide. Out of breath. Arms open. Okay, let's go. Okay, so low impact. Step out, in, out, in. Good. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Good. Just about getting into the rhythm. We've got a couple more seconds left. And rest. Excellent. Okay, so let's breathe. Just give those shoulders a roll. Keep the legs moving. Let's go for round 2. Okay, let's go. So keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. You don't want to be hunching. And try and keep your engagement through the core. Belly button to spine. That is my mantra. Okay, nearly there. 5 seconds. And rest. Good. So keep the legs moving now. So you're really starting to work those legs. You might want to take a little stretch into the calf muscle. And just, again, really trying to slow down the breath. So I've got 2 rounds left. Let's get ready. Round 3. Good. Try to get the breathing steady. Shoulders relaxed. We're halfway. And rest. Okay, good. We've got 1 more. We can do this. So deep breaths. Okay, we're going to go in just over 5 seconds. Right, let's go for it. Final round. Shoulders down. We are halfway. We've got 15 seconds left. Keep going. We're close. And rest. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Okay, just keep the legs moving. Have a little stretch. Have some water. Yeah, definitely need to stretch out the calf muscles after that kind of jumping. Okay, right, we shall move on. Let's come to the front of the mat and we'll just take a moment, hands to heart center, eyes closed, and just really focus inward, keeping the knees soft, shoulders down, tummy in, tailbone tucked. And just follow the breath in and out through the nose, allowing everything to slow down. Okay, good. So now open the eyes, and again, just take a moment just to stand in your body with your posture. So focusing in on the soles of the feet, just noticing where they touch the mat. Drawing the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. I'm going to step back now with the right foot. So take the right foot back into a kind of lunge position. We're just going to have a slight bend in the front knee. We're going to push to the back heel. And really stretch into that calf muscle on the right leg. Try and keep the body nice and straight. Push to your back heel. Bring your arms out in front. Palms facing forward. So just push into the heels of the hands and round into the upper and mid back. Just stretching into the back a bit. And then we're just going to push that back foot a bit further away to take it into a deeper lunge. Bending the front knee, making sure the front knee is above the ankle and not too far forward. So this time, let's just interlace the hands behind, just taking a very gentle back bend. Looking up if you've got the balance, if not, just keep your gaze forward. Opening the chest towards the ceiling. Bending into that front leg. Good. Okay, so now from this position, I'd like you to bring your right hand and rest it on the outside of your left knee. And push your left knee into your hand. So you're pushing that knee that way to the left. And then we're going to open this other arm out behind. See if you can look down the arm. It is a bit of a challenge for the balance. Push down the back leg. And keep pushing your front knee into your hand. And then you're looking down your back arm. Take a breath. So we've got a bit of a twist going on here. Take a breath and release, coming back to the front. Let's just step that back foot in about halfway. Okay, so you've got a much smaller stance here. And I'd like you to just really try and push down your legs into your feet. So really strong legs here. And then we're going to interlace the fingers again, stretching out the chest, just lengthening through the spine. Try and keep the legs straight, but keep the front knee soft to protect the joint. Push into your feet and just start to hinge forward, but leading from the chest. So keeping the chest open, keep looking forward, don't look down. And really push your hips away. Maybe you're feeling that quite intensely in the back of the front leg, maybe in the back, maybe in both. And then if you want, you can release your hands either onto your down towards the floor if you can. Just trying to keep the back as straight as possible. Shoulders down away from the ears. Take a breath here, push to your back heel, then bend the front knee and slowly, slowly come up. Good. Okay, let's swap over. So you're going to take your left leg back this time. And we're starting with our calf stretch. So just pushing to the back heel, stretching into the calf muscle. Let's bring the hands in front and push the heels of the hands forward. Slight bend in the front knee now, but we're really focusing on the back, that back heel and the calf muscle. And now, if you bring your hands down, just start to push your back foot a bit further away, bending into the front knee even more. And then interlacing hands behind, open up chest, Gentle back bend, lifting the chest towards the ceiling. And then just come back to the centre. So this time you're going to take your left hand, place it on the outside of your right knee, push your knee into your hand, and then you're going to turn to face behind, extending the other arm out and looking down the arm, pushing towards your back heel. So you're feeling that twist, looking behind you towards your hand. Hold it there, breathe in and release, and just lower the hand. Bring the hand onto the waist. Step that back foot in again about halfway. So it's a much, much narrower stance. And nice and tall through the spine. We're going to push into the legs, push into the feet, make them really strong. Hips square onto your front leg. So we're trying to keep the legs straight, but the front knee soft. Interlace the hands and open into the chest. So again, we're going to lean forward slowly, hinging from the hips, pushing the hips back, leading with the chest. And then if you want, you can keep your hands where they are and just let your head drop towards your knee, or you can undo your hands, bring them onto your hips, lengthening through the spine, or lower your hands either side of your foot. And you're trying to lower your head towards your knee, but keeping the legs straight so you feel that stretch. And then bending the front knee to slowly, slowly come up. I'm just going to open my window. I'm not cold anymore. Okay. Right. Let's face the front. And we're going to come into our warrior stance. So we're going to turn the right foot to the right. And take a nice bend in that knee. Angle that back foot so you're pushing down towards your heel. And just, you can use your hands to just gently encourage your hips forwards and your chest open to the front. But don't let that knee drop in. So pulling the knee back. So you're kind of externally rotating your thigh here, pulling it back. And then keeping this leg, the left one, nice and straight, pushing down towards the heel. Nice and straight through the body as well. Drawing belly button towards spine. Let's open out the arms nice and strong. Spreading from fingers to fingers. Push down in the leg. Okay, let's just bring the arms up. You're going to not straighten the leg, but just ease off that bend a little bit. Come into overhead prayer. And then as you bring the hands down the midline of the body, push down into that right leg. Relax the shoulders. Open up and reach up, just easing off slightly. Overhead prayer. This time, if you want, it's not compulsory, as you bring the hands down, you can lift up the right heel. Okay, and then place it down again to lift the arms. Bring it up as you push down into the right knee. Let's do one more time. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, push down. Lifting that heel if you want. Okay, good. Let's straighten the right leg. Arms come out. We're reaching, leaning across to the right. We're going to go into triangle. So let's just start to pivot the arms. Slowly, slowly. Keep your right leg straight. So your hands may start in front of your knee. Other hand up towards the ceiling. And then you can just slowly, slowly start to move your bottom hand towards the floor. And it doesn't matter how close or how far away it is. And then pull that top shoulder back, keeping the legs nice and strong. Take some nice breaths here. Okay, so we're in triangle, and now we're going to bend to the right knee. And at this point, you can either place your elbow onto your thigh, or if you can reach, you can bring the hand down towards the floor, keeping that top arm back. Good. Bending that knee. Excellent. Right, let's come back up. Elbow to thigh, and then just slowly make your way up. Good. Right, let's come to the middle. So toes facing forwards. And we'll bring the hands onto the hip, just slightly resting on the lower back. Again, open up the chest. And let's start to fold forward, again, leading from the chest. Keeping your legs straight, but just again, being careful of the knees. You don't want to look them out. And start to feel that stretch down the backs of the legs. You can bring the hands onto the thighs and stay here. Or you can bring the hands down to the floor. So fingertips or hands, and then just lengthen through the spine, looking forward. Okay, and then we're going to bring the left hand down, open up the right arm, up towards the ceiling. Again, get a nice twist through the torso. Lower the arm back down. Open up the other side. Trying to look up towards your fingertips. Lower back down. So 2 more times. So breathe in, lift the arm. And as you exhale, bring it back down. Other side, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Okay. Now, if you can, just walk your hands closer to your body, still on the floor, and just release the head towards the floor. Feel the stretch down the backs of the legs, maybe into the lower back as well. And then just slowly, slowly bring the head up, bending the knees, start to roll up gently and slowly through the spine. Good. Back up to the top. Excellent. Right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So if you turn your left foot to the left, come into our warrior two stance. So again, let's think about pulling the left knee back, so externally rotating your thigh, and really kind of activating the muscles in the thigh to maintain that position. Also the core, we want to try and stay engaged with our core and push down towards the right foot as well. So let's now open out the arms, and then we're going to lift, easing off slightly on the leg, prayer position, bring the hands through the midline of the body, pushing down in the legs as you do so. And again, lift the arms up as you inhale. And then this time, if you want to, you can lift the left heel as you bend the knee. Just feel the difference in that. Make sure you're pulling the knee back still. And again, lower the heel down as you inhale the arms up. Lift it up as you bring the hands down. One more time. Good. Okay, so straightening that left leg now. Arms are out. We're going to lean across to the left, making sure that we're not leaning forward. And we're going to start to pivot the arms, bringing them round. Rest the hand in front of the knee, and then slowly start to move your bottom hand towards the floor, keeping that top shoulder pulled back. Keep it back. You don't want to be leaning forward. You're better off up here than the. Just keep that top shoulder up. Take a few breaths. Keep the legs nice and strong. So hopefully you're feeling a stretch on the side body, on the right side, down the backs of the legs. And then we're going to bend the left knee now. And as before, you can bring elbow to thigh or hands to floor. And lift. Look up towards your fingertips. Keep your feet strong. Take a breath in. And then let's come up slowly. Elbow to knee. Straighten that leg. Heels and toes come back towards each other. Shake them out. Excellent. Okay, let's come down to the floor. And we'll start off hands and knees. So you can take a few cat-cow stretches to get the movement through the spine. Good. So as you round the shoulders, really tighten through the belly. As you arch the back, extending through the spine. Just try and feel what's happening. Feel that movement. Imagine what your spine looks like as you're working through your cat-cow stretches. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, so down the back. Breathing into your cow. And breathing out into your cat. Now let's tuck the toes. We're going to lift up to our down dog. So you may want to move your hands forward slightly. Spread the fingers wide. You need to have a really strong grip when you do this. Lift up the hips. Pushing heels towards the floor. Now really let your head become heavy here and push it through your shoulders. So push it in the direction of your feet. And then you feel that stretch from the arms down into the shoulders and the back. Lift the hips high, push them back, and you can pedal through the feet to really stretch out the backs of the legs. Remember, if you need to rest, just bring your knees down and then come back up again when you're ready. Okay, then we're going to try a three-legged dog. So let's lift one leg, toes up towards the ceiling, opening into the hip, pushing to the grounded leg, and obviously into the hands as well. And then bring the leg back down. Rest on your knees if you need to, or else staying down dog. Bring the other leg up, toes towards ceiling, and just sort of open up the hip. So twisting gently in the direction of the raised leg, pushing towards the heel of the grounded leg. And then slowly, slowly bring the leg down and come back down onto knees. Okay, good. Right, let's take our right leg, our right foot to the front of the mat and just push our back knee away. Let's just work into the hips a bit, stretch a bit into the hips and the hamstrings. So ease into this stretch. Now let's see if we can bring our elbow up onto our thigh and just straighten up through the body. So by doing that, you're really kind of increasing the stretch here on the left side into the hip flexor. Just breathe into it. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. So bring your fingertips down onto the floor, if you can. Straighten the front leg and just work your hands back towards you and lift the front toes. Just try and find the balance. Pull the toes back towards you so you're getting a really nice stretch down the back of the right leg. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Try and keep the back as straight as you can. And then let's bend that knee again. Take the foot back and bring the other one to the front. So left knee to the front. Same thing, just sinking into that stretch. Maybe moving from side to side. And then bring the elbow up onto the knee if that feels comfortable. And noticing how once you lift the body up, it forces you deeper into that stretch. Take some breaths. And then we'll bring the fingertips down, we'll straighten that front leg, shifting the hips back, lifting the toes, stretching down the back of the leg. Lovely deep stretch here. Taking some nice slow breaths. Good. Putting the toes back towards you. Excellent. Okay, bending the knee and bringing the foot back. Okay, so we're going to go on to our final interval, which is our floor interval. We're going to do side planks, okay? I'm going to show you first, and then I'll show you the option. So start from a normal plank, and then you're just kind of twisting the feet and opening up the top arm. You can bring your arm on your waist if you want, or you can bring it up here. So my feet are scissored, so they're both on the floor. You can have them stacked, but I don't find that very comfortable. And then from here, you come back into plank and just twist the hips round the other way. So you're opening up in the other direction. Okay, so we're just going from side to side. Now the option here is you can start either knees down or in a normal plank. And then as you come onto the side, lower the bottom knee. Okay, so you're still going to feel it very much in the arms and in the core. So from here, bottom knee down, back to plank, and then over to the other side, bottom knee is down. Okay, so work with whichever variation suits you best. And we're going to do 20 seconds, 4 rounds, 20 seconds, very short break in between. See, that's the trade-off. You see, you get less work, but much less break as well. Okay, right, let's do this. Everyone okay with that? Yeah, I can just about see you all. Okay, so we're starting in our plank, nice and strong through the core. Let's go. So lifting up one arm, keep the waist pulled up. You don't have to rush. Go back to your plank, and then over to the other side. So keep it slow, keep it controlled, and think about your form. Try and have the hands stacked underneath the shoulder. Keep your waist pulled up and rest. So short break. Don't get too comfortable. Ready for round 2, let's go. Okay, so lift that arm and over to the other side. Try and stay connected to your breath as you do this. And rest. Good. Round 3 coming up. Let's get ready. So keep the arms nice and strong. Lifting one arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Engaging through the core. And rest. Okay, we're doing good. We've got one more round. Let's stay focused. Get ready. Good. Keep it going. We're nearly there. 10 more seconds. You might start to feel this in the waist, in the core. Definitely in the arms. Yay! Well done. And rest. Okay, let's take a few shoulder rolls. Maybe you want to circle through the wrists. Okay, let's just come onto hands and knees again. Push the knees back, and we're going to lower ourselves gently down onto the mat, onto the belly. And just want to do a bit of work into the lower back. So you can do some back raises. You've got a couple of options here. You can have your hands, forearms resting on the floor, and just what you're trying. So we're just lifting up. It's a bit like a cobra, but slightly different position. Not cobra, sphinx. So forearms on the floor, like you're a kind of cactus position, if that makes sense. Eyes towards the mat, and then just gently lift the chest, but try not to push into the arms. You're trying to use your lower back and release down. Any back issues, just take it really easy with this one. So lifting up, feeling that working into the back, lowering down. If you want to make it harder, rest your hands onto your lower back, so you haven't got your arms to help you now, and you're going to lift. So it's a very subtle movement. You might find you're not coming up very far, but you should still feel it in the lower back and lower. Keep the shoulders down, lift, push the front of the feet into the floor and lower. And again, as you breathe in, gently lift, lifting the chest, keeping the hips down and lower. One more time. Lift and lower. Good. Bring the hands back, push up onto the knees, and just sit the hips all the way back towards the heels, stretching out through the arms and the spine. You can touch the head down if you want to. You can relax the arms if you want to. Just taking just a moment here. A couple of deep breaths, and then let's bring our head slowly up. And we're going to come down onto the mat. So lying back with the knees bent, let's hug both knees into the chest first. And just feel that release into the lower back, circling through or rocking from side to side. And now I want you to release one leg. So just hugging one leg, lift up head and shoulders, just squeezing into the abdominals, point the feet, the toes of the extended leg. Relax the shoulders, but keep them off the floor. And then we're going to change. Hug that knee in, lift the shoulders, change. We're working into the core, into the abdominals. Keep changing, pointing the toes of the extended leg, keeping it, keeping it flowing. Lifting the chest as you hug the knees, or the shoulders, sorry. So trying to get the nose as close to the knee as possible, pushing the lower back into the floor. Let's just do a few more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release the feet. Keep the knees bent. Lie back. Rest for a moment. And then we'll just finish off by bringing the head and shoulders up and the arms up. Arms nice and straight by the side. Lifting the feet. Holding it here. We're going to start to move the arms. And you can stay here, pushing lower back into the floor. Or you can straighten out the legs and make it a bit harder, a bit more intense. If it's hurting your back or your back is rising, then make sure you bend those knees. Bend the knees. Keep moving the arms. Shoulders relaxed. Hold it there 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in and rest. Okay, and then you might want to take a full body stretch here to stretch out the belly, stretch out the abdominals. And then let's hug the knees in again. And we're just going to gently roll onto the side, push ourselves up into a seated position. And we're going to extend the legs out. And just lift through the spine, open up the chest. Let's bend the right knee. And then place, if you can, place the foot over the other leg. If not, you can just leave it here, that's fine. And then you're going to hug the knee with the opposite hand. So left arm hugs the knee and place the right hand behind you. So we're taking it into a twist. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, gently twist. Every time you breathe in, you lengthen. Every time you breathe out, you twist and soften. If you want to take it further, this left arm, bring the elbow on the other side of the knee so you can use that as a leverage to sort of ease yourself deeper into that twist. One more breath in and release. Gently come back to the middle. Keep the foot where it is and just allow the knee to drop. So you're resting the foot, the right foot across the left knee. We're going to bend the left leg now. Just shift, you might want to shift the hips forward a bit. And just sort of feel a stretch here on the outside of the right hip, maybe into the glutes. Just keeping your hands supporting you behind, fingers facing forward. Keep your right foot flexed and just gently push your chest towards your leg. If you can, maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe you're feeling it enough. In which case, just hold and breathe into it. Trying to relax through the jaw, the neck and shoulders. If you do want to intensify it, just push your chest towards your foot and bend your knee even more. Bring your bottom foot closer to you. One more breath here. And release down. So change over. So now we're going to bend the left leg, place it over the right if you can. Just hug the knee or bring the elbow on the other side of the knee. Left hand comes down behind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And again, a couple more times, breathing in, breathing out, softening and easing into it. One more time. Good. And then release back to the middle. Just drop that knee down so the foot is resting on the right leg, and we'll bend the right leg, supporting ourselves with the hands behind. And then find your position. So maybe you just need to bend it a little bit and that's enough. Or maybe you want to pull the bottom foot closer and push your chest towards your leg. Try and keep the foot, the feet up. I've forgotten the word. That happens sometimes. And just slowly breathe into it. Trying to relax the shoulders, the jaw, the neck, and then release. So releasing that leg out. And let's just come into a comfortable seated position to finish. So however you choose to sit is absolutely fine. You can lie down if you want to. And just resting the hands onto the knees, relaxing the shoulders. Just focusing in on the breathing. And just taking a moment. So just feeling whatever you're feeling in your body. Hopefully you're feeling good after a good bit of exercise. And just following the breath in and out through the nose. Relaxing down through the head, the shoulders, the throat, the chest. Relaxing down into the belly and the hips, the knees, the legs and the feet. Let's just gently bring the palms together, resting the thumbs against the sternum, still keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just taking a moment. And we'll open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for joining me for HiiT Yoga. And I'll see you on Wednesday for HiiT Call. Everyone okay?